Morning, viewer. Welcome to our Fosak TV. Here is the breaking news from Taiwan. Yes, Taiwan has noticed a hole in its defense plans that is steadily getting bigger, and it is not one easily plugged by boosting the biggest or buying more weapons. The Iceland democracy of 23.5 million is facing an increasing challenge in recruiting enough young men to meet its military targets, and its interior ministry has suggested the problem is, at least in part, due to its stubbornly low birth rate. Taiwan's population fell for the first time in 2020, according to the ministry, which warned earlier this year that the 2022 military intake would be the lowest in a decade, and that a continued drop in the youth population would pose a huge challenge for the future. That's bad news at the time when Taiwan is trying to bolster its forces to deter any potential invasion by China, whose ruling Communist Party has been making increasingly belligerent noises about its determination to reunify with the self-governed Iceland, which it has never controlled by force if necessary. And the outlook has darkened further with the release of a news report by Taiwan's National Development Council projecting that by 2035, the Iceland can expect roughly 20,000 fewer births per year than the 153,000 to 820 it recorded in 2021. By 2035, Taiwan will also overtake South Korea as the jurisdiction with the world's lowest birth rate, the report added. Such projections are feeding into a debate over whether the government should increase the period of mandatory military service that eligible young men must serve. Currently, the Iceland has a professional military force made up of 162,000 as on June this year, and 7,000 fewer than the target, according to a report by the Legislative Yuan. In addition to the number, all eligible men must serve 4 months of training as reservists. Changing the mandatory service requirements would be a major U-turn for Taiwan, which had previously been trying to cut down on conscription and shorten the mandatory service from 12 months as recently as 2018. But on Wednesday, Taiwan's Minister of National Defense Chiu Ku-cheng said such plans should be made public before the end of the year. That news has made the opposition among some young students in Taiwan who have voiced their frustration on PTT, Taiwan's version of Reddit, even if there is support for the move among the wider public. A poll by Taiwanese Public Opinion Foundation in March this year found that most Taiwanese agreed that with a proposal to lengthen the service period, it found that 75.9% of respondents thought it responsible to extend it to a year. Only 17.8% were opposed. Many experts argue there is simply no other option. Zhu Zuan, a director of Taiwan's Institute of National Defense and Security Research, said that before 2016, the pool of men eligible to join the military, either as career soldiers or as reservists, was about 110,000. Yes, since then, he said, the number had declined every year, and the pool would likely be as low as 74,000 by 2025. Beyond the report, Fosak TV.